Okay. Alright, we're gonna have to grab the tube. I was not prepared. Damn. What the hell is wrong with me? Copy. Manage. Monetization on. All right, that's that. Share it to Facebook. See if it even works on Facebook. Facebook's been messing up lately. Or it won't allow the link to actually print or paste. It's gonna go. It's live link. Cool. Thank God. All right, cool. That's there, and we'll get started. Here we go. What up? What up? What up? It's your boy Void, and guys, Void's over. Void is over. And tomorrow, I gotta say, right now we're doing the Matras of Monsters, but tomorrow I will be doing the recaps of Void. We might have some good battles that I might show in here today. But for the most part, it was a lot of fun. We do got Polar coming around the literally days away. And I kind of want to hear about people's Polar that's going on, because I've heard that there's been a lot of upset matchmaking going on again, like how we had in Head of State a few months ago. So, guys, please let's hear about your Polar, and also Steve Newsman has finished his movie, and
Parker,
it will
come
be
here.
shown tonight. Hey, Ash, you want to mute your mic, please?
No.
Okay, I'll do it for you, brother.
She walked upstairs.
Sorry. But yeah, we'll be showing his fresh brand new movie. We are going to be asking for a donation for it. Everything that's going to be going towards the donation will be going for I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. It's going to be going towards Check Bay Ballpark Incorporated. This ballpark can you really use some help. It's all non-profit. If you click on there, you can see literally it's going to bring you right to it. Like, and that's going to help. Steve's not even taking any money, guys, at all. At all. It's just all going to them, total non-profit charities. So to help save this park, you can't beat that. You can't beat that. And of course, in a little bit, we will be showing his movie. But until then, I want to hear about you guys' Polar, and tell me what's going on with it. Like, what kind of crazy matchups do you guys got right now? All right, so
I just ours. We're fucked.
holy shit!
So this will be the first Polar. Camel will not make 1 cent off 908. I'm gonna tell everybody not waste one speed or heal. Just whatever troops you have, let them die and walk off.
Yeah. Yeah. Here's going to be the real challenge, though, and it's I hate to say it. Don't take this the wrong way, but in this lineup here, 255 and 693 are not even considering you guys right now. And I know that sounds fucked up, but trust me, they got their eyes on each other, because that's going to be. You got Ronaldo, Treehouse, then you got 255, and they're going to do what they do. I promise that.
Well, Bryce,
That's
you're
not how
like
you recruit people.
Bryce, aren't you like top 10, bro? Like this is a great battle for a top 10 fucking nation, bro.
Can't go up against 80 people from 255 slow walking the whole map. They're just too old and too strong.
No, you're not wrong, but I just mean like this is the game, right? Like you're a fucking top 10 in this event. Him is gonna fucking win, but you can fight for second, right? This should be a fun fight, right? Am I wrong?
I know you. I know what you're gonna say, Bryce. I know what you're gonna say. You're just gonna say, "What are you talking about?"
I mean, it's fucking 255, of course. You have to subtract them from the conversation. Like, this is going to be the best nation forever. But I'm saying, like, you could fight here for fun for the. I mean, like, you're in the top 10, bro. You got to fucking fight the best people, right?
If GC finals wasn't this Friday, then I would say I'd be willing to empty the bag. But everyone in GC finals wants 908 to at least give some type of fight. So I'm trying to get everyone to at least, give 9 or at least some competition in round 1 or round 2 or round 3 or whatever those rounds is, right?
But I agree. You got to pick your battles.
I forgot about that Boomer event. My bad. I hear you now.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, I went against 908 in Wasteland, and 908 they're fucking strong. I'm gonna give it to them. They're strong. They do come with numbers, but I mean, you start talking about like 693. You got Ronaldo, that is, he's gonna take on 30 people himself, for one, and then you got Treehouse that can take on another 30 people himself. So I mean, just with 2 people, they can wipe out the entire 908, and that's a shitty thing to look at, but. I would suggest, if you're on the opposite sides of 255 and 963, or not, I'm sorry, 693, which I think Camel will probably match them up next to each other. I would literally stay away from them and try to make your way, over to 52 SS1, because SS1 and 52, they were at war with ED1 or whatever for years upon years. So they might not show up, and if they do, it might not be many. I don't know anything about 246 though. I don't know anything about that, or 955. So,
I mean, 955 is strong too, but they know exactly what the matchup is looking like, and they're not happy about it either.
Well, maybe reach out to 955 and 246 if you can, and try to team up, man. Like, if you don't, obviously you're not going to be 255. Period. Even Lee God has some issues trying to go up against them. It's the same with 621 in this polar. So, I mean, we all know they're going to get number 1. Period. And it is what it is. Unless someone really starts spending a lot of money on every single city there is in some of these nations, it's going to be a battle between 255 and 693.
I think the smart and humble decision is knowing your place in an event against nations like this. It's not a bad thing to just be like, you know what, guys, let's take the day off.
Well, at least walk in and get married.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm not gonna waste 200 days of heals and 500,000 gold to lose. That just doesn't make sense. Because that's what it's gonna take to even try to fight these guys. I know exactly how much gold and speed it takes in Polar because I do it every week.
Right. So remember back when Polar first came out, and all we kept seeing is the 1100s, 1000s, and all that in the very top, and they were there for like 3 seasons or something like that. Well, now things are starting to level out and balance out to where these are the kind of nations that we're seeing and we're up against, and Void and shit like that, and it sucks because like you said, you got to pick and choose what battle you're going to do, and sometimes there's just no way. But going for merit, have everyone go in there, and at least try to make that run here and there.
I mean, everybody not shooting for a GC final should, maybe take advantage of those that maybe are. I know, I don't know. We got 904 and 567, so I'm pretty sure 567 is gonna take advantage of that situation. Because I know 904 is going at, another GC, and so are we in 425. So there's a lot going on there. I mean, not to say that 567 couldn't, bully us around regardless, but, the matchups seem to be very similar, nothing for nothing. I do think that the matchups are, tend to be getting a little bit better, unless you see 255 every week. I still am not a fan of that.
I don't think 904 is scared of anything. I think they'll see you in both events.
Yeah, I mean, if they can run it, man, run it. I think that'll be fun to watch then. Polar's not necessarily a priority for us, but it's fun to a certain extent. But that one definitely looks fun to 908 if they're actually going to spend money, I mean, I look at it like this, what's the, you really trying to go that much for a ranking? Because I don't know. I feel like what week is it? How many what week is it this week, guys, for the
What, like,
season?
what, fifth, I think?
This is 6 rounds, so there's
Sixth.
3 left.
There's 3 left. Okay, so I mean, I don't know if POW, depending on how they go using this particular matchup, but 908 might not be able to get the next tower, depending on, how much 255 bullies this situation. 255 usually has a deal with 693, so just keep that in mind, for people that are out there. So you won't see Ronaldo speeding around, trying to beat up on 255 much. So he'll definitely be focusing on the 908 or whoever else is kind of holding a tower that he wants for convo's sake. So those are just things to keep in mind, for these last few weeks before the polar season's over, and just a handful of days before GC finals. So I know that'll take precedence for anybody trying to win.
But besides Patriot, what does 908 have?
I mean, this is kind of the first, that I've really heard. They obviously have a whale, and if they can show up with, a good amount of people, I think that'll be good for them. But yeah, I mean, the power difference of, Ronaldo and Treehouse zipping around isn't going to help.
908 doesn't have Patriot. That's 905.
Oh, is it? My apologies. I thought that was 908.
No, it's 905. 908.
Okay, my mistake. Thank you.
908 rolls deep. They're going to be definitely a force in GC. I promise you that.
Well, so
you heard it here first.
If 255 and 693 work together, I mean, they can't really work together in this one.
They can, because 693 knows that they can't do anything against 255. So it's easy for them to make a deal where they don't embark on a handful of towers for each other, and a majority of the points go to 255 because they would anyway. So it's probably a matter of saving a couple of dollars for the rest of the players of 693, and not having to chase around the Ronaldos and Treehouses of the world from 255. But yeah, I mean, they're definitely still going to be not necessarily working together, but they're going to stay in their own wheelhouse.
The original park. So they're going back to original.
That's weird. That's to hear a non-lock nation working with a lock nation. That's just weird to even hear. But I mean, I've seen it before.
I mean, I feel like it's more of like, whatever. It's probably just like a baby respects Ronaldo type deal. I mean, who knows?
I didn't know that.
All right. Who is that?
Need 1152.
Someone's got Slim Shady. You might.
I guarantee in Globe 11 with 904 and 925. I bet you 925 tries to help 904.
Are you talking about GC finals?
Yeah.
Got it. Yeah, I don't know much about the 900s and who likes who or whatever the case is.
904 is going to win flat out. I don't even see 908
absolutely
in my I'm in 900s, and I don't even see them in my top rankings.
I don't know. 908.
No, 904.
Very impressive.
Those boys are disciplined. They're going to take it hands down.
The discipline, I disagree. 904 has got a lot of power. But I don't know if they got the discipline that 908 had. 908 reminds me of a stronger 858. 100%.
904 sends their beast to fight freely, and then they have the Alliance take everything else. I don't know, man.
Yeah, but they
904 is
have a
scary, dude.
they
That
have a
nation
lot.
is. Woody,
They have a lot
you
less
played there.
players.
904 they're pretty damn disciplined.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
Well,
they're
how many players do they have?
um,
um
when I
when
I
I
mean, we're
played,
played
gonna
there,
see
it's
on
just
Friday. I feel like
yeah,
that's like the anticipation leading up to it. I
Oh
mean,
yeah,
at the
absolutely.
end of the day, I mean, 908's been around for a handful of seasons now, and
I'm not
904's
taking
beating that
anything
ass.
away from 908, but I think this is going to be one of the most exciting GCs within
Yes,
that core group.
100%.
so
so that
I
that
agree.
yeah,
is
people are
people are
saying I'm
saying I'm
echoing, and
echoing,
I
and
don't
I
know
don't know
why. I
why. I
tried to
tried to
fix it.
fix it.
It's
It's
not.
not.
I
I
mean,
apologize,
apologize,
but
but
Some
uh,
people won't admit this,
You guys
guys.
better not forget about 910, man. I know some of the players over there. Those
Oh
guys
yeah,
are not playing around, you know?
910 next year, I think will be a force. They will be
well,
the
that's
answer
what's
to
going to make it
904, but
exciting.
I think it's going to take it. I think it's going to take 910 about a year to do it. I mean, that Nasby guy, I know him. I mean, I just think I think the next GC 910 might be the answer to 904. 908, I think they have the participation of 858 and is going to draw a hell of a force to 904.
Random question. Woody, are you going to be in the finals with 904?
am I going to be in the finals? Ooh, that's
Yes, sir. Calling you out. Are you going to be in there? Because I have video of you burning my city.
Ooh.
Dude, don't call me out like that. No, if I do, it'll probably have to be third round because I work that night, or else I probably would.
Mhm.
You shared your video when you used your quote friends city, and I was a highlight. Not very happy.
I'm sorry.
Hey, if you get burned by Woody, it's all good.
Hey, you made it to the big screen. I don't know what to say.
There you go.
I'm a 38, so he was chasing the 41, and he goes, "Oh, let me just get him real quick."
Oh,
Can't let him sit there not burning.
yeah, exactly.
Nope, I was on fire.
Oh, okay. Well, you must have more troops then. Sorry.
But it's fun of the game. So
The the funny thing is like it was like 10 minutes before it started, and I got reached out and said, "Hey, can you drive this city?" And I'm like, okay. And I was like, well, fuck it, I'm gonna record it, or and I did. So it is what it is. You got to see, but I did not change the name, so you didn't even know about it until actually seeing the video. So ha 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 ha. But
Well,
absolutely,
I didn't know who
I would
you
have done
were
the same,
until I
buddy.
saw the video, and then I went back to my attacks. And I only shared privately. I was like, that was fucking Woody.
well, I play a little bit different than the person that city I was in. I play a little different.
Well, you said it was a learning lesson, right? Mid range.
Yeah, it was mid range, and honestly, it was kind of exciting because I'll be honest with you. If I could afford to change my city to mid range, I'd do it. I'd do it because
Really?
I would. I would do it. It's just too expensive right now for me to do that. Way too expensive.
Yeah, but I mean, is mid range the strength
Dude,
now? I mean, is that?
it was
And the only reason I asked that, I'm
You're
building
just
a
gonna get more
41 and
kills. You're gonna get
I'm
more
building a
kills, more
41 and
points.
877, and I've got to redo all the officers next after I do, my Titans and the plane and shit.
I would say
So I'm kind of
I would say this. I
I'm
would say
kind of
this.
thinking that.
I would say this though. 736 has a lot of long range. A lot of long range players. There's very few mid range players. So if I went mid
Hmm.
range and with the strength that I have and the strength that K's got, I mean you're talking about like how 425 has and stuff like that. Dude, it's a combo. It's a fucking combo, and
Yeah.
It's hard to.
Well, I question that because we got a lot of, and I don't question you. We have a lot of really strong players, 41 whale, and then 39s, 38s. And I'm thinking I could be more beneficial if I just changed to mid range.
Yeah. See,
Like
that's
I'm
where I'm kind of at in 877.
almost breaking 1,500%. But I think I would be more beneficial as a a mid range. Woody, would you agree or no? Just like start over at 38?
Well, I mean, we usually say what, around 36, 30, 35, 36 is when you want to make that switch because it doesn't really hurt the pocket that bad. When you're at 38, 41, I mean, I think what someone said is like what, like 8 grand to switch or something like that, right around there to switch fully.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Probably.
so I mean, it's either you save up and don't use the stuff for like your unworldlies and stuff like that until you're ready to make that switch. But then it's the troops that you have to that cost a lot of money to do is to get those mid-range troops.
Well, troops we grow for free, but I'm a gold S or double S player. Very few things I have are triple S, which are like the lucky ones, which are melee attack, melee defense, which you guys highly praised the other day. Would this be the time to switch?
I mean, I guess so. Yeah, it would be. It would be for
That's
you.
kind of what I'm thinking too, as far
It'll be
as
the
the
time to switch nations.
officers.
He's like, it's time to switch nations.
No. I'm not going to switch nations. You sound like just a tip. He's been trying to recruit like crazy.
He was talking about genders. You wanted to switch genders.
Oh, well, hey, I can identify however you want, but my balls are still going to hit you in the chin.
Ouch.
Ooh.
Ouch.
Sorry, Woody. Sorry, this is censored. Sorry.
That's actually kind of funny, but yeah.
Well, see, I was thinking like even the city I'm building in 877 now. You got Passa, Cockroach, ZC, complete long range, but now they're building their melee. I mean, they're just going with crazy stats as
Well,
far as that. So I'm wondering if I should switch. A nobody is mid range, and I'm thinking either because I've got to redo the officer's neck, and I'm thinking of either doing a melee city or a mid range city,
well,
just for
how? Let
Lead
the
me.
God,
melee.
we know you can afford it. Would you ever switch?
Oop, I think he might have had to step out or something.
I was curious. I know, Woody, you said that especially with your triple S skills, doesn't make a lot of sense. But when you have a whale that money doesn't matter, I'm curious if they would switch.
There are
Well,
a
see,
couple.
and that's what I'm even.
Well,
Go ahead, Woody.
I'll explain. But then after that, we have to get back on track with this. There are a lot of people waiting for to talk about their polar. But here's the thing: if you are all long range in your entire alliance, you're going to get the long range stats, and you're going to do the killing what long range does. But if you have a few mid rangers in there, not only are you going to get that long range effect, but you will get that mid range effect. So imagine this: you have a team attack, and your long rangers are there, and their long rangers are there, and your mid rangers, and I'm not talking about little mid rangers. Like if you're going to be a mid ranger, I mean, make it try to be like one of your bigger players. They're going to start killing that long range troops a lot. That's going to benefit a lot for that team attack.
Yeah.
Having melee accounts like how Flexnuts did, it's good for a meat shield. Don't get me wrong, but I mean that is all it's good for, other than like Triangle War and stuff like that.
Okay.
That is literally all it's good for. I mean, and whoever makes that kind of account, they have to understand that that is their spot. That is what they're good for, and they're not good for anything else. And I know that sounds shitty, but that's the build if you plan on doing that. You are the meat shield.
Can it really help that much? I mean, what would your suggestion be for me? Could I switch to mid, stay long, build a 41, or go melee and just help the other 41s? What would you think, buddy?
I would say either you stay long range or you go mid range.
Okay.
That's what I would suggest, because you're gonna notice
I'm
there are very
curious.
few.
In our void, every void, all of the super whales are mid range. So are we missing something? Every super whale I faced, besides you younger nations, are all mid range.
Yeah,
You
I've seen
guys
a lot of that.
you guys gotta chill the fuck out. You're getting crazy. You need to chill the fuck out. T-Dog, you should do whatever the fuck you want. But if you're the nation top dog, then being mid range makes no sense. Mid range is amazing, but you need long range to run with it.
Yeah.
For fucking every mental, there's an LG. Everybody, calm the fuck down.
You're not wrong on that. You're not wrong, Hulbrick.
No,
Yeah, I mean,
just questions. Just
absolutely.
asking.
In 887, my T-Dog City, it pretty much runs over every single mid-range city there is. But in 887 or 877, I just started building a 41 that needs all its officers re-rolled. So that's what I was asking.
I mean, but what is the stats at right now? If it needs to be re-rolled, like, is it just complete crap around the board for all his officers?
They're all one SSs. Long range, I think it's like 1500. I think I'm 1400 melee HP. I mean, I just now got the Titans up to almost 35. So.
I would hate to say to do something and then you do it and it completely backfires.
Well, see, I
you
mean,
want a
grand
mixture.
scheme of things,
I'll just say you want a mixture of it. But like,
yeah,
you said you're a 41 already, dude. It's a I would just play with what you got right now at that point, unless you really want to dump that money into it. Like,
yeah, I'm gonna dump that money in here too.
well, then if you're going to do it, then that you have your mind set on it. You got to really have your mind set on it to do it.
Yeah, I mean, 887, the T-Dog there. I think I can. I'm right there. I can still beat Cash's 904 sitting in 887.
Okay.
Or I'm right there with him. But the 877 city, I'm almost feeling like they're with Passa and Cockroach, Zero and Nobody, they just feel like they need more front.
Well,
and all
Hey,
their
bro,
attack.
you
So
talk
that's
too
why I'm
slow
kind
for
of
Woody.
thinking.
He's gonna mute you. Speed it up.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of what I'm thinking. Just become melee and add more front to their battles. Might be better. I don't know. I'm just wondering.
I would say no. Don't do that. Don't do that. But that's just my
Okay.
opinion. If you're gonna go long range or mid range, but we do gotta keep moving forward, dude. We got a lot of people waiting here.
Yep.
So in
I'm
this,
sticking with long.
there you go.
Thank y'all.
No problem.
All
right. So
perfect.
over here we have 1038. Hold your beer. They got a pretty good. This is actually pretty decent right here. ICTs 365. I know who they are. 1038, 351. 175, 465, 208. That's not bad. That's not a bad setup. Are you guys disappointed with the setup on this match in Polar?
Woody, that's last week's. I think Maine posted the wrong thing. We
Oh.
have I'm gonna get penetrated by a Holbrook this week in Polar. So.
Oh yeah. And you know what? Polar is the 785s. That's one of the events they're gonna go hard in.
I know what you're talking about. We're a farmer nation.
You said you'd be gentle.
Like, well, I mean, I'm gentle on people in Void. I'm gentle.
We send a box of lube.
Box of lube. Oh my god. There's a lot of shit talking today. Wow. Wow.
Yeah, right. I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, oh man, these guys are going at it. I like this.
Right? Like, wow, this is gonna
But
be
what's funny
exciting.
is if they see each other in void, it's gonna be a bunch of bubbles, fags.
Dude, that's honestly that's kind of how my Void was too. It was just bubbles nonstop, and then at the end there was like maybe 4 hits. Like I was like, really, guys, come on. And I'm a friend. I'm friends with the nation, but in fair side, we were bubbled too. Other than me, I wasn't bubbled at all. Um, I was
So
hoping
that
it.
one was 621 and 799 and 85. That looks. What Barry say? Sweaty. Yeah, it's perfect. That's
So,
a nice matchup right there. That shit looks fun.
well, we'll get to. Do they have that posted? We'll get to that one.
Yeah, it's in there somewhere.
It's somewhere.
Yeah, these are a lot of nations I know nothing about, so I'm gonna continue to shut the f up.
Yeah,
Continue, brother.
these are some nations I don't know much about either. So, 1050, 1055, 831, 1222, 808, and 1076. I feel like no, I don't know any of these guys. I feel like I should though, but I don't. That was that was Rob? You wanna mic up real quick and tell me if this is going to be a difficult one, or do you guys know who's going to win it already?
If you do any void reviews, 856 caught me in a double trap, and it was beautiful, and I lost 500,000 soldiers. It hurt.
Ooh. Ouch.
They got me good, man. I can't be mad.
They got you.
I am mad.
They got you in the front
They
and the
got me.
back. They got you in the front and the back.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Man.
Yes, sir. And they didn't even spit on it.
They didn't even spit on it. They didn't put 5 dicks in you, did you?
I mean,
Did they?
the real question is how they get you in the back? You know, it's
They tricked me. They tricked me, and it was a trick that I'm still trying to replay and learn.
What kind of trick is out there that you just lower your shield without hiding your troops? Is that a fucking magic trick? You know?
Shit. Hold on, my alarm's going off. Sorry.
And people kill me with that shit. Well, 500,000 troops, man. You probably deserved it for not hiding before you open your shield. So good luck next time.
It was my fault. It was my fault. I do not accept any responsibility but my own. But it was it's hard to explain. But it was beautiful the way they played it. They caught me in a trap city. And then I fucked up not turning off my zombies. And so when my troops came back, they double caught me. And then my quick recall came back, and it was just ugly. Okay, I fucked up. All right, I admit it. It was ugly.
He pulled a Woody, man.
Pulled it. I was thinking just the same thing. He pulled me. He did exactly what I did years ago.
But I'm willing to admit that I fucked up.
It is what it is. As long as you learn from that, we're gonna laugh at it for a little bit, but as long as you learn from it.
Let's save the void stuff for tomorrow. My bad, guys.
Yeah.
My bad. Let's continue on to the next one.
How about people who need
either,
it,
but troops grow for free. So, sorry.
All right. So
yeah,
was
I
Rob?
had to ask my leadership: $200 for troops or $200 for officers.
All right.
Let's mute Mr. Pickle now.
Pickle, you got
mute Pickle. This dude's a dumbass.
No, he's one of the Patreon guys. But we got to move on. I'll have a live for that tomorrow, Pickle, and we can all talk about the void results tomorrow. But this is the Matras of Monsters, so we're trying to save that for the live for tomorrow. And besides, we got a movie we got to watch soon. So in about like 20 something minutes, we're going to be watching a movie. Anyways, it's supposed to be the best movie there is so far. So I'm like super excited for it. Anyways, Rob, are you in here? You can tell us who's gonna win this one, or are we gonna move on past this?
Let's go ahead and move on, bro. Looks
All right.
like
All right. Wow.
how did just because I haven't listened to it just yet, Woody? How did that thing go with Tip?
It went really good actually.
Awesome, man. How long is the video, if you don't mind me asking?
Like an hour and 45 minutes.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, so
Perfect.
it's for the Patreons only. So it literally it does show exactly how to look at troop formation and how to one shot Titans and how to make counters and stuff like that. So
I like it. I like it. I'll give a listen to that tomorrow during the day sometime.
oh, absolutely. All right, so we got 1176, 405, 721, 701, 847, 856. Let's see who posted this one. That would be hold on. Fraggle. Was that you, Fraggle? It is. Fraggle.
Yeah.
So how's this going to turn out? You already know how it's going to turn out. How is it going to turn out?
I think we lucked out on this one. So they don't look like they participate too much. But we'll come deep. We'll come deep like we always do, and tire them out.
Now you do realize the more you come deep, the more you're going to start facing like 255.
We'll see. I know I think I checked for like 11th or 12th, and we've always been up there. We haven't played any of them yet, though.
You saying my mic's not working? It should be working. I see it going up. I don't know what to say. That YouTube saying my mic isn't working. Let me check for myself real quick.
11th or 12th, and we've always been up there. We haven't played any of them yet, though.
You saying my mic's not working? Yeah, it's working. What are you talking about? I see it going up. Yeah, it's working. It's working. Sorry about that. So you think that 1176 is going to just take it and run, right?
Yeah, we should be all right. I think most of those are second alliances or farm alliances.
Gotcha. Well, I'll tell you what, 405, obviously they got some ranking there, and they got something. So, I mean, they had to win some. So, I don't know. You're going to do something to them, and if they show up, they show up. All right, moving on.
Well, we'll see.
We'll see, definitely. Definitely. All right, we got 858, 621, 799, 910, 146, and 2. Oh my God. Wow. That's going to be.
Yeah, that looks fun. Actually, I'm like kind of upset that we're not in that bracket just because I think it would be fun for a little while. You know?
Yeah. You yelled at me. You yelled at me the other day.
I didn't yell at you. Jeez, V. Not you.
We faced this before, like this is specific group. And let's just say that 799 just go crazy hard.
Oh, I'm aware of that.
Like it was unreal. I was just like, oh man. It just comes down to how much heals you wanted to use because you only have 2 million troops.
Yeah.
Not on our part. It's on their part.
Well, here's a question too. Here's another question. We understand 621. I mean, they come heavy, and obviously, what ranking they are, they're gonna show up. But who are they? Who are they going to really fight though? Because 858 is gonna come with a full fucking the whole nuts coming, and we all know Duck and Beast. And 799, I went up against them before, and there is no slow. The slow is not in their freaking vocabulary at all. And I know Beast don't do deals. Like we tried to make a deal, and he was like, "Fuck off," and he burnt the fuck out of us. So there is no deals happening in 799.
Like, they do deals,
no,
but it's not like Yeah, trust me, they do, because we have them in our brackets, and ultimately for alliance, there's only trust me, if there's like 15 of us in one tower and it's both of them, and we have Jackal, Maverick, and all the big cities in there, like they're not killing us. And using speed, so it's like that's what I'm trying to say. Like it's a little bit different because they're gonna go through. And I know they have a lot of gold and all that stuff, speeds. They don't care, but you're just wasting the waste at that point. There has to be a point where does this make sense? Like you know what I mean? Like, but what we try to do is we try not to go into like their side necessarily, but once we go in the middle, I think is it G, the first middle row is G, then H and S. Is that how it goes? If I forget
I believe that's how it is. Yeah.
Yeah. So once we get into G, it's like okay, full blown. Whoever takes it, right? The rest is like we're trying to get our middle spenders, low spenders, ability to get their merits and points, stuff like that. But once it goes into the middle, we really try to like take over so they can't get into S, and we take over S. So it's like we do have strategy. They're cool with it. So at that point, it's like, okay, we get our points. I didn't play last week, so I don't know exactly what happened necessarily. But I just know like we do that with 858, 799, and there's a couple other ones only because Global Conquest is going on too. So and we do prioritize global. So it's like that's a lot of speed. So for us, it's like
I will say, Woody, you taught our nation how to share with the low spenders. We don't even join for the first 15 minutes.
Pickle, and thank you for that, but like you can't interrupt him in the middle while he's talking, bro. Like that was kind of rude, bro.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I thought he was done.
No, he was literally mid sentence.
Do if we know them, in a sense, like it's just kind of like we're just trying to get our middle to low spenders as much points possible. Once we go in the middle, then we can speed. But like the first, I think 15, 20 minutes, we just try to get our players to maximize their merits. And it definitely becomes harder at some point. Like I'm just like, damn, like I think I have to spend like $50 or more to be able to get like a certain level of merits, and I just don't think it's worth it at that point. But yeah, that's our game plan in a sense.
So especially for that particular bracket you guys are showing there with V Time crew, like there's several GC fighting nations there, and with it being week 6, there's 3 more opportunities. I mean, I don't know how much you guys really dominate or otherwise. I mean, is the next tower really that much, is it really worth it to, it's more of an ego, matchup. It's like is 858 and 621 and 910 and all these guys going to kind of, essentially waste, consumables right before GC. I think it's crazy. I'm not a big fan of Polar to begin with, but also just to obviously you want to go in there and get your merit, like V Time said, do the best to get all your players that are joining some, at least a couple of chests of merit there. But after that, I mean, you're fighting for 0.5% on a fucking tower, and I feel like that's the part that that doesn't sit well with me, and yeah, I mean, you guys probably experienced it with me last week. It's like I'm out of there. You know what I'm saying? Like when the going gets too much, it's like, all right, I'm done. I'm gonna save my gold and whatever, because it's not fun.
I give credit to Bird because him and the R4s they look at the grouping and they look at okay, can we move up? I mean, kind of like we know we're not going to take 255 because they just come heavy in general, like literally in like 90, 100 players. But what I mean, Maverick too, like, can we move up a rank in this round? Even if we go first, can we move up? If the answer is no, then we let our alliance know, like, hey, play for second, play for third, like just play. Don't use your speed. Does that make sense? So it's like we're literally, it's not micromagic, but we're letting our team know, like, if you want your
That's the best
merits,
way to do it.
like speed, go for it. We don't care. We'll back you up or whatever. But we don't need to push because we're not going to advance in ranking. So this is our place right here. And we're cool. So like 799 wants to go at it. Cool. You can have it. Like, we're not going to defend it. But if we can move up in rankings, then we push a little bit harder. But it just kind of depends what Bird does the math with Maverick and our fours. Like, can we move up? If the answer is no, then we just chill. If the answer is yes, then we try to push a little bit more. This is what, in this way, it saves everybody time, resources, and all that good stuff.
Yeah, I was gonna say like this exact polar. Um, there's a lot of these big players are in with each other, and they're all got GC finals coming up within 5 days.
I mean, look, we all know that that's what Camel does.
Yeah,
Camel's notorious for lining up GC finalists in semi-major events the week before GC. You know, they want you to empty your bag so you go replenish. Right? It's just so you can only assume that all these matchups are going to be pretty hefty. You know, like even look at mine. Well, you know, we have a good handful of people. Excuse me, handful of nations in there that are trying to do some stuff. Again, we got what 904 and 567. So it's like they want to put us all together to empty a bag. It's like, nah, brother, I'm good with all that, bro. You know.
yeah, I mean, I agree with that. I mean, if you're a nation that you're not a GC nation and you really don't give a freak about GC and polar is your thing, then yeah, go hard on that. You know, by all means. But if you're a finals and polar and you're set up basically to spend your next check, I don't know. Maybe you don't really think about it because the first and second place players in polar they move up a notch. So if you ain't gonna really want to spend to get that first place, at least try to get second place where you're not doing that whole spend like too crazy before finals. There's gonna be people that do spend. I'm gonna tell you that now. But but that's the name of the game. People spend.
But if you look at like the 8581 right here with 621 799, like 799 might go a little hard because they can likely get the next the purple tower.
Right.
They can go from from blue to purple, and then once you get the purple, you can probably just kind of hang out, after that, depending on the matchups and for week 7 and 8. But and I agree with V Time. We're very similar in 425. It's like, all right, we can, we do get a second or a third, first, whatever, get whatever we get, and we should be able to get the next tower. Or, hey guys, like we're so far away from that gold tower, or, whatever the case is, like, maybe next season, So, but
I think that we're also undermining what 910 can do. I've seen 910. I don't think that 910 will win first place, but I think that they have a good shot at second place. I'm just saying that. I'm throwing it out there now because I've seen what 910 can do. I know their players and I know how heavy they are going to come. They're going to come real heavy unless they just want to sit out for finals. But if it wasn't finals, we'll just say if it wasn't finals, you're gonna get that 80-man people that are showing up from 910. I've seen it happen before. Like, and they walked over me. They walked over some older nations too. So I'd really not want to leave 910 out of the pool kind of deal. But I think it's going to be real exciting if all these guys decide to go hard. Man, you better please record it. Please record it.
I would just say, like, it also depends where you land on the map. Because if like I said, we've had before where like 858 is like on the upper right, and then 799 is next to us, and then it's like, so now you're kind of fighting a two side, versus if 79958 are together, they're kind of fighting each other. So it just kind of depends where you land on the map too. Like, does it work in your favor? Does it work against you? So I think that's going to be the next big thing. Where are they all landing? Either two over or right next to us. And I mean, if they land next to us, and they try to start taking our towers, they're gonna burn through heals. Like I'm telling you that right now. Like it, 6-2-1. I would just say it's a little bit different. It's kind of like a 4-2-5 or 2-5-5. Where like you can cut with 30 or 40, but if our big players are in there, you're gonna get smoked because it's just a power difference. And then um, the same thing, like we always charge to 20, so our like fleets are like in the 700, 600. So you're battling that too, and it's like our overall stats are just that good. It's gonna hurt.
That
So
just means that means everyone's gonna have to charge the 40.
I don't think you only charge a 20.
I know,
Well, I
I know.
mean, the big problem with essentially what V-Time's saying is not only the power difference, but like a majority of other nations other than like 6-2-1, 2-5-5 style nations, like they only got a whale or two, you know? A couple of other, good, decent, strong cities, some backup if you would. But the rest of them guys, man, they're squishy still. And it's only because of their age. And I say that with some respect, I guess, but
Yeah.
they're squishy, man. They're a bunch of C-34s, C-35s, and you're playing, like V-Time said, man, those stats, man, they're fucking different. And then you add fleet size and that charge button and all those other nice little bells and whistles, man. It's my father used to say, it's a horse of a different color, just something that everybody needs to take into consideration. And yeah, the rest of those guys, they're squishy. And it's really all you can, those guys will run through heels if they're trying to, walk 80 deep, into, the capital or, the S Tower, if you would. If 6-2-1's got 30 or 40 guys, like those guys are going to bounce, And I know that 6-2-1 will have 30 or 40 there. It's a pretty decent, fairly easy number to get to join an event at almost any time. So, like, yeah, it'll be difficult. Not to say that those guys can't outspend or rush around a lot, because again, I'm sure 6-2-1 will be like, all right, let them boys do their thing, whatever that is. But there's a plan and a process probably for most nations out there, weekly, based off of matchups, based off of who you're getting. I love that V-Time mentioned, where you're placed. It means so much. Just last week we had those guys, and 6-2-1 had a prime spot, and 4-2-5 was getting it from both sides. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those things where it makes a difference. And if you are trying to go out there and win, and just remember, if you are one of those whale style players, and you like to go hard all the time, you place a lot of pressure on the rest of your team that can't go hard all the time. Especially when you're like sharing towers and, trying to ask for help or some dumb shit. Like I watch, like, let's say Duck and Beast for conversation's sake, kind of bounce off some towers, and asking, for help. And, those squishy cities come speeding in, it's like, why'd you ask for that? Like, so try not to do that to the other style players. If you're a whale style player and you're rushing into towers with 10 or 15 guys in them, spend your own heals. Try not to spend the next guy's heals, because you're gonna die. So it's just a suggestion that I'd like to make, because it's especially right before GC finals. Like, yeah, either 9-10, 8-5-8, 6-2-1 even. You can definitely spend some heals in polar, man. Those troops go fairly quickly, especially if you're putzing around and speeding around a little bit, trying to get some merit boxes open. So like, these are all things that everybody should consider. I think that the leadership of at least the top four of those teams that we're talking about right now, is going to make a decision on, what to do prior to going in there. Like, I know some of the guys from 9-10, and, they essentially said last week that, they're going to let, the other guys kind of duck it out. And, but then the whales came from 9-10 and started, buzzing around the map, so yeah, I think everybody's got a place, and hopefully the leadership will, take a little foot in the water and test and go from there. Because, yeah, GC Finals is here, and I know, like I said, at least a couple of those nations are trying to win something. So it'll be cool to see. I wouldn't mind being a fly on the wall for that one, though, just because I know 858 comes deep, and you got those whales zipping around all over the place from 799. So, yeah, I think that'll be at least fun to watch for, the first 15 or 20 minutes at least.
All right, so I guess, well, hold on. I want to go through mine real quick because we're going to be starting that movie real soon in like 5 minutes. So just want to, I would say this, guys. If you plan on going hard in finals, you don't got a chance in fucking hell to win the polar. You really take in consideration, is this going to be worth it? Because remember, there's going to be some finals out there that people are going to go hard in. Like, they're going to get a hard on trying to do it. So, anyways, we're up against 905, 1035, 373 RAO. I don't know if they come hard, but that's the nation I came from. That's the nation I came from. The players that I used to play with are in that alliance. So, that should be interesting. Then 285 and 72. So it'd be interesting to see how that goes. So I'll be playing against Faith +1 and all those huge monsters. Huge monsters. All right, real quick, that question you wanted to ask Lee got real quick, and then we'll get started on this movie.
No, I was just making a comment that Saif, or I don't know how to say it, from 910 said in the chat that they're holding everything for GC finals. So I think that'll be cool for the 910 guys to go out there and
that would be
try to give it a run for their money.
That'd be actually kind of smart, honestly. But
hey, so
we had Elite War today with against the Chinese in 528, and we were trying to use that as a beta test.
They got a question for you. They got a question for you, Legod.
Yeah, so Legod, it's media time. So, we talk about leadership, and that's one thing I wanted to tell the viewers, like with Polar Triangle, like the main thing is like having good leadership, and like yours, he does a good job of every week sending the same message. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I get tired of reading it, but the fact that she sent it just means like she's on top of it, But how do you control a mental? Now, I'm not saying control, but how do you? Because we all have egos, especially with us. But like 61 individually, we all want to be stronger, yada yada. And for the most part, like all our big players, we all have egos, but we all have it in check too. So like, how do you get a mental to not go crazy and kind of help out the team? Because I know he tends to be like, that's that horse that you can't really control, but it's not necessarily a bad thing because he also knows what he's doing too.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, it's like minds. I mean, the great thing about mental is he thinks the same way as a majority of the other players in our alliance. So, like, it doesn't take a lot to get him engaged. You know what I'm saying? I mean, sometimes we disagree on some things, whatever. I mean, I think there's currently a disagreement between him and I right now, but that's okay. We'll get through it. But the long and short of it is it's like-minded players. I mean, it's how you guys have built such a great team over there in 621 KGK. It's bringing the like minds together, and that's what makes the game fun. It's what. I don't really have like a mysterious answer to that. It's probably got a lot to do with mental's mindset and, wanting to do the same things that we want to do as an alliance, not only win, but help others, and I think a majority of successful alpha men out there, and women for that matter, they know that once you get to a certain place, you have to help others. And, and if you're doing that, whatever, gifts, rewards, all of those things tend to come, your way. So the long and short of it is I think he does really well with giving back, not only in his real life, but also in the game. And now I'm not talking about with like blue coins or anything like that. Again, the guy's smart. He has knowledge. He works with guys like Tip and Bo Deasy, like in group texts and shit like that on how to get better and, to understand and shit like that. So, and I think there's a couple of whales that are out there that are doing very similar things like that. You could probably use Mick from 567, very similar, trying to learn, get to the new nation, add value, help the new guy. So there's some good players out there doing that shit. So, you guys got really lucky to have, guys like Mav and, and yourself, leadership essentially, from other nations, so you get to take the two prime leaders essentially from where you guys came from over there in 372 and essentially you get dropped right into a prime spot over there in 621 to bring that same leadership value over there. So leaders are the toughest thing to find, and I'll tell you that there's a lot of pressure on there. So shout out everyone that is in a leadership role because that shit is not easy. I think in the podcast a couple months ago when we had Baby on here, she was very emphatic about that. I know Yorsy and Bird and, essentially most of your leadership team over there in 621. And I know you guys work your asses off, so it's no different in 425, like our first GC win, I think I said it, however many months ago or a year ago, whatever long ago that was, like we wouldn't have won unless it was for my R4 Panda. Like she put it together. Spreadsheets, who's moving at what time, ba 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 ba. Like it was organic and it flowed perfect and all of those things. And I wouldn't have been able to do that, or I wouldn't have, I should say. Sure, I could, but I wouldn't have. So when people are putting in that extra whatever to make the game great, make the team good or better, whatever the case is, it's like a fucking present almost. So, and I think Mental joined us before we won that first GC. So he's been there with us for all the GCs that we've won this little go round. But I mean, do I control Mental? Absolutely not. I don't control anybody, I offer suggestions. I hold people accountable. I talk a little shit, and that's how I do things, but I'd like to think I'm a nice guy and I'm easy to work with. I'm not the guy that freaks out or whatever, but yeah, we'll hold you accountable. Or we'll talk a little shit, we'll razz you, 2 months later over that same shit, for whatever reason. We lost the void against 373. So, there's some finger pointing going on right now. So it's just like, all right, everyone needs to take a deep breath. And, a loss never killed anybody. So I think it's a good time to reflect and see what we can do to, be better. And that's where leaders come into play.
Absolutely.
And so a guy like Mental's awesome. Great add to the team. Can't say enough good things about him. The downside to it is the guy's in Asia, so like he's awake while I sleep type deal, especially for like voids and things like that. So that's a little frustrating. But other than that, I mean, if I ask Mental to be there, round 3, for GC finals because we need him to be there, he'll be there, man. And that's like fucking, I don't know, probably 3:00 in the morning or something ridiculous for him. So people have the like minds, people care, and then it's a team. People, I think, in general, don't like to let others down. And when you can have that same fluid thing all around you, it's a really cool experience, And you can pick out the teams that are doing this, that have proper leaders, that even if they were recruited or not, prior to you and Mav going to 621, they had good leadership, But I'm here to tell those guys that after some people left, whether it was Maddie or Great One or whoever's left over the years that you guys have been around, you guys been able to bring great leaders in. You, Big Bird, Matt. I mean, it's just, the list is going well. So these are things that allow nations to stick around for a long time, because people that are not led, well, I think we all kind of know what happens to them.
Yeah, they start to fall. All right. So all right. So that we're gonna get into this movie real quick. But before we do, I do want to talk about what's going on. If you guys can, right here, Chesapeake Bay. So Steve the Newsman, he's asking for people if they want to donate. It's not required. If they want to donate to this is a completely free, not for profit. They're putting all donations into this Check Pay Ballpark Incorporated. So they're trying to save this ballpark for a community. So if we can do that, and I'm gonna post a link real quick in the Discord, and I'll put it in the YouTube as well. So if anyone wants to help out, that'd mean a lot for them, and it'd mean a lot for Steve Newsman, because well, he puts hours upon hours into these movies. I mean, let's be real. All right, there's a link in both Discord and the YouTube chat if you want to be that special person. All right, and then let's get into this movie. Oop. Gotta pull it up. And it's right here. All right, we're gonna go. I'm gonna turn everything full screen to live.
Looking forward to it, Woody.
Hey, look, I'm looking forward to it. This is Steven Newsman's. Here we go. He did say in the beginning it's going to be quiet, so.
In a world built from code, chaos, and greed, where thousands of commanders rise and fall across endless servers, a new war begins. Once, they fought for power, for victory, for
Holy
glory.
Shit!
But now, they fight for something far rarer, the last spark of excitement, the final echo of what made them legends. The boundaries between worlds have shattered. Alliances blur, rivals collide. Every server, every realm, every name you've ever feared now stands on the same battlefield. Outside the servers, their legends are written or erased from history. Their pride, their legacies. Its ego unleashed on a global scale. Welcome to Age of Origins Multiverse.
Yo, this is awesome. It was like 3D.
Sources are indicating that Supreme Leader Yetix is preparing to step down. The reports remain unconfirmed, but the implications are massive.
Consider this as my R5 resignation. The leadership is yours. Then I'll leave the coalition.
Do not worry. The transfer of power was discussed, and the war preparations still hold by our spies.
Hear my report on enemy nation? Take a good look.
Thanks for the excellent work, Cash.
Who has the popcorn?
The end is near. They are coming for everyone.
Hell yeah.
What are we watching?
Shh.
Akotama-chan, arigato.
Have you guys seen the last movie? Why I'm never in those clips? They are funny though.
Dorothy, who is Steve Newsman? How did he dared?
Don't worry, it's just silly, you know?
Welcome to AOO VIP Hotline.
Poor Pettit.
What is that?
Dude, this is just unbelievable, bro. There you are, Lee God.
Evacuate the drop zone immediately.
Hide your farmer fleets in the Alliance forts! The gathering is too dangerous for us now! Some were too fat and hide it in flags.
May the odds be with them.
Locate priority targets immediately.
Damn.
Two, everyone, be ready. All units on G5 stand by. The deputy on the ground will lead the attack.
We believe that the Supreme Leader still watch over us all. We've been charged of an important mission. To destroy the farmers, the leakers, the heretics, every enemy's given to us. With me, brothers! To death! To death! To death!
Dang.
Bro, so bad.
Right? Oh, it's Eric!
Turrets, focus fire on the left flank. There are too many! Where are the reinforcements, for God's sake?
Oh, the lag is terrible. Oh, I couldn't make it. Damn, servers.
Funny how it only takes the tip to send you over the edge.
There's mental.
The future greatest.
Let us out! The elite mines are restored. We want to gather resources.
All right. Here we go, folks.
Dude. Dude. Oh my god. That was badass.
You just had a taste of long range, if you know what I mean.
That was badass, I'm not gonna lie.
TAC is looking for the monster to open for a SOS clash.
He asked for information on a target. I warned him about the number of troops.
And what was his response?
He only answered, I understand. TRC7 をお手伝いします。
Hell yeah.
Gas bomb ready.
Damn.
What are you doing?
I think I forgot to shield my city.
Someone is searching every flag. She's alone. Let's trap her.
You fucked up, guys. I was watching closely.
Come on, Holbrook. You have to chill a bit. Have a drink on me.
We have the ex-supreme
I love that Holbrook's the GOAT.
Fuck off, newsman.
That was awesome.
I'm not R5 anymore.
Fair enough, but quickly, what would be
Was
your
that the
advice
girl
to
who cusses too much?
I think people just need to fall in love with the game again.
Sir Zion. B time.
What are you up to?
Checking OnlyFans. Trust me, buddy, it's easier to explain than Void War.
Oh, I almost forgot. Hey, Petite. You could choke on those nuts. Call your VIP about that one.
Oh my god! Oh my god! You know what that means? That was. Oh my god! Oh my god!
I just want to know, why is that so accidental and leak? You know what's crazy part is, I only use the Hulk avatar in Discord. It's never been my avatar in game.
Oh my god! This he was right. He was right. This was the best one yet. He was 100% right. Holy cow! Holy cow!
I agree 100%. And the whole thing with lead god and mental, if lead god isn't pushing mental, then mental isn't pushing lead god. We need both of them.
Holy cow!
Yeah, I don't know. Like with that thing, looks just like me.
It does. That
Like
that
for real,
was
like
that
in
was
real life
amazing.
and all. Like it's he kills it. Yeah, very good job. Absolutely. And the shot out there at Pettit in the end is killing me, man.
Oh my
See,
god!
I'm a huge fan of Pettit. I love her. So yeah, I don't whatever beef they got, I'm sure is very valid because Pettit is a relentless troll. So yeah.
Who made this and on what platform?
That would be Steve the Newsman.
You need a bigger gun, bro.
I know. That was the I almost shit my pants. I was like, oh my god, that was awesome.
What app did they use?
I do not know, and I'm not going to give his secrets out. I'm sorry. That was awesome.
There's a lot of YouTube videos just like that where they're making like Dragon Ball videos or whatever. It's just whole movies, just like it.
Well, we got one
It's
of them
dope, though.
for ours. One of them for ours. It was, man, holy
The
cow.
best one for movies, I believe, is like Soros or some shit like that, but I could be
Sora?
wrong. Yeah.
Right.
But I
Sora's
think
dope.
it's like
Sora has
it's
some realistic shit.
it's the new one though. It's invite only, so you have to have like an
The one
invite
on
code. And all
Apple.
that. There you go. Exactly.
All I know is that you guys would have to agree that's probably the best one yet so far. I cannot wait to the next. I love, and I get Petite is a lot of friends, good friends of her, but I love at the end because there's a twist. Like there's gonna be another movie. There's gonna be another one. There's gonna be another one, and I'm super excited for when that comes. There's gonna be another one.
I think what I love more about it is like so much truth in those videos and what happens and what goes around. So it just shows how much she pays attention, though, too.
I swear the spaceships coming in looks like a scene out of Riddick with Vin Diesel.
Yeah, it does, but it's those spaceships like completely match these cities. You know, for the most part.
No, for sure. That like brought me back. It reminded me of Riddick from the or whatever that movie.
I seriously thought they were going to put Lee God in a red airplane instead of
Pitch Black Riddick or Leather.
So I believe we'll see it in probably the next movie, the airplanes. I gotta remember when he was making this, planes have not come out yet. Like we didn't even know about it. So like this takes a lot of time to do. It's not just like, oh shit, I'm gonna do this overnight. No, you're talking about weeks upon weeks to make a video like that. So I'm honored to be able to show it to y'all, and I will be recording it and posting it on my page, YouTube as well. But if you guys please show him some support. If you want to donate to that nonprofit organization, by all means, please. By all means. You took a screenshot of it. Nice.
That deserves some donations. I'm not gonna front. That was good.
Hell yeah. It was good stuff. I don't think we have anything else to talk about. We were literally an hour and a half into this. I think we covered everything that we wanted to cover. We have any more questions for everyone, or are we good until tomorrow's live about the Void results?
What time are you gonna fire that up, Woody?
Probably the same time as we did today, an hour after reset.
You didn't do Void results for this podcast?
No, this is the Matras of Monsters, so it's gonna be completely different. I just happened to have the day off, so basically we were able to give Hulkage a day off, being able to do it. He can spend some time with his family and stuff like that. But I don't even know. I don't even know what to say about that movie. I'm still like, wow.
Still here anyway.
I like.
Oh yeah, you are still here.
Like all the different nations and different people. It's very and even like your character, like when he was futzing with the gun, just all those little movements and stuff are very fluid, and he did a really good job.
I like Brooks because he mentions that to us in our chats. I'm there waiting for you.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And I'm only gonna assume the chick was Chaos Queen.
Yeah, that was definitely Chaos Queen. Hey, it's funny is like that is the exact kind of personality she has as well. So like
yeah, no, he gets it spot on, man. It really does.
Dead on. Wow. So with that being said, there are 5 drops step down. Obviously, it's in the movie, so that's it's going to be interesting after that. What's about to happen to 564?
What's happened? What did I miss? Oh, you're talking about Yedick stepping down. Got it.
Yeah. I'm wondering how because like you said just before that, leadership makes everything. So if he's stepping down from R5, someone's got to step up. So I'm wondering how that's going to really affect the nation alliance, or maybe it's better, maybe it's worse.
You think 357 as an example? We had a lot of players leave Civil War, whatever over the years. and giving those new players opportunities to not new players, excuse me, the R3s and R2s, whatever, getting them up the ranks, allow them to show what they got is as boded well, and a lot of the times when you give people the opportunity, especially if you can, I don't know, fluff them up a little bit, point them in the right direction, offer suggestions, and support. I think a lot of those guys can rise to the occasion. But yeah, losing a person like Yadix isn't going to be, excuse me, easy to replace. I'm sure. But 564 has always done their thing. They've always been a really good nation. So I'm sure the next man will be able to step up, or woman for that matter, and go from there. So yeah, I don't know what as the R5 obviously would be super difficult for the team if I were to leave, whatever. But I feel like in either nation, for that matter, 425 or 357, I think both are led really well. Even if I did decide to step away from the game, I feel like they would both survive, and the next man would be able to step up type deal. So, yeah, you always want to keep that next bullet in the gun, man. You really do, because, life does happen, and, people do move on, and go on to the next thing, whatever that is. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see, how they fare over the next few weeks. But again, I'm sure 5-4 will be just fine. They've always been pretty good. So
He's still playing though. He's just stepped down to R5.
okay, got it. Yeah. So if that's the case, you just didn't, yeah, you're good then. Still
sometimes,
around.
I found that sometimes, like when there's a lot of animosity or drama that becomes, in a nation, or I'm not even saying this was happening because I don't know, but sometimes a step down for R5 and letting someone else rule it for just
Listen, man, I prefer not to be R5.
exactly my
Really,
point. Exactly,
I
exactly my point.
really do. But I'm also a stickler for doing things a certain way. So if I'm not going to be the leader,
Well,
we need to do things a certain way.
well, I mean, you're the R6 of your nation, so I mean, you don't need to be the R5. Like if you had a problem with the R5 of any of the alliances, you would talk to the R5s and they would pretty much almost do exactly what you want because you're R6. You run your nation. Period. It's you take care of all the alliances. You don't just take care of one.
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, it's yeah. But I would prefer just to fight. A lot less responsibility. So yeah, being a leader in any capacity is definitely yeah, another job. Let's call it that.
Right.
Because and as you described at R6, if you're one of those guys like myself out there, making suggestions and leading a nation, and I don't necessarily I only lead the nation when it comes to like GC and stuff like that. I mean, for the most part, my second and third alliances, they do their own thing on Void Wars, and like we just lost the Void War because of them. So.
You said it
But
was 373.
yeah. We
Man,
lost by like 4 million points.
wow, wow, that's wow. I I remember the last void at least the void I was in with you guys. So I'm just like wow, because I remember how hard you guys went.
But
It
we
was
had them last Void too. We had them last month for Void too.
really
Similar, yeah, we've been playing them a lot recently. Again, a Camel's way of making us go against each other right before we do GC finals. In my opinion, it's just
empty your
what
bags.
Camel does.
Yeah, empty your
Exactly.
bags. Empty your bags.
Exactly. So
Well,
yeah, I mean,
did you
it
guys?
was.
Let me
Yeah.
ask: Did you guys literally empty your bags, or you like were just more like
No, they fought our second and third. They didn't fight us, man. So yeah, it was like a handful of players. I think 373 is fighting a lot different lately. Faith wasn't around much. he probably got one of the last attacks there to win the void at the very, very end. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like if I go look at the scoreboards, and I'll join tomorrow and I'll go a little bit more in depth, but it was, I don't know, just maybe 7 or 10 guys that played from 373, and they only fought, the other alliances type deal.
Gotcha.
So
They avoided you guys.
yeah, they played, it was fun. I mean, it's probably a lot of speed and stuff like in gold, wasted fighting, empty cities and stupid stuff like that. But yeah, there was definitely very little attacks directed at us, and a majority of the fighting cities in 373, they can hide their troops. Valkyrie, she's great. You got Zizzo, like there's a good handful of great warriors in that, in that nation, but they can all hide troops. You know what I'm saying? So maybe it's because they were caught in the past, whatever. But the long and short of it is, you're whiffing on those cities, if they do want to open, and they're good warriors, so they don't leave troops home like Pickle does. You know what I'm saying? So it's just whiffing air all day, so. But there's a couple of cool little whatever battles here and there, but nothing fucking to call home to mom about. It was, it was only fun because it was so close, the entire time for the most part.
All right, hold on. Fuck you. I heard that shit.
Well,
I did not leave troop. Well, okay, one mistake. Don't pickle me. I heard that shit.
Just breaking your nuts, brother. That's what we do around here.
I got caught slipping. I'm just not afraid to admit it.
Good. We'll admit it tomorrow, same time, same place.
Yeah, I don't want to share that report. I asked my nation, I was like, $160 for troops or $160 for officers?
Definitely officers. The next time you get caught, there'll be less troops there.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
And you'll be a little stronger. But
yeah, so
all right,
I'm not mad that I fucked up. I'm not mad that I fucked up.
I think we're looking to wrap this thing up for the night.
Yeah.
I do want to, leave the people with, looking at the this new plane skin that was, set out there. Do yourself a favor, save your ducats, unless you're a super whale, whatever. You should definitely be spending, your budget likely elsewhere, instead of getting a color plane change or color plane. You know what the fuck I'm trying to say. I'm high.
Yeah.
Sorry.
What the crazy thing is we talk about is like you spent all this money to get a gold plane, just to spend $200 to get back.
Dude, that's so funny. I said that in the chat earlier, and it was like, I'm so pissed off that I now have a purple plane again, But for me, I think that Camel knows me because like I prefer red, and red's the final color, So it's like assholes. But yeah, just I'll leave you guys with that. Sure, it's the nice new shiny thing that Camel wants to throw at us, blah blah blah. But unless you're for the most part already, have a maxed out Titan Revive and maxed out golems on your plane equipment, you probably shouldn't be messing around with fucking changing the color of your plane. Just my professional opinion. We can talk about it at length at a different time, but pound for pound, dollar for dollar, however you want to chop it up, there's definitely better spend out there, whether it be officer equipment, fucking Titan equipment, if you're that far, if you're one of these newer nations, like everything's an option. So, I would just leave it off to the wayside.
Basically, don't get pickled.
Well, don't get pickled, but even nations like 255 and Baby are, just like shaking it off. because there's a better spend on the officer equipment / plane equipment / Titan equipment, or wherever the spend is better is probably better than the plane skin. So just throwing that out there, and we'll probably touch on it a little bit more over the coming weeks as more and more people start to gather it, or probably a couple of months. We probably won't see that event again for a little while. I don't know if they're going to add it to a bunch of shit, or just this particular event or what. But the long and short of it is yeah, don't waste your ducats there. Don't be dumb like me. I think what he asked me, he's like, oh, I think it'll be like 10 grand to do this. I'm like, I don't know, man. I'm already like 6 G's deep, so it's probably a little bit more than that.
Yeah,
I don't know where the sale is.
Yeah, and you're at level 10 already. So I mean, you got like two more levels to go. I can only imagine those 2 levels probably going to be just as much as you already spent. Because my level 2 that costed 500 just to activate and get to level 2. That's 500, guys.
And all you did was make it blue.
All it did, yeah, it gave me blue balls. That's all it did.
Yeah. Bro, how much of a slap in the face is that? Ah, man, I felt dirty after I did it. I'm not gonna lie.
You do,
I'm
right?
like, oh, I did, dude. And then I messaged you, and I'm like, all right, man. There's, blah blah blah. There's some coins in there. Go ahead and log in and fucking get me the other store, the Android store, whatever you call it. And like again, man, I felt dirty doing it. It's just like, oh, hate doing this, but I'm gonna do it.
Hey, I gotta ask Steve real quick because everyone right now, Steve the Newsman, everyone right now is asking for the link to that movie. I'm going to put it on my YouTube, but it's up to you. Do I share the link with everyone, or do we just let it stay on the YouTube? Because
No, man, you should stop. I mean, unless Newsman's got his own YouTube, man, you should stop right now and just upload that son of a trucker
well, it's
in
gonna
its own link.
Yeah, it's gonna have it's gonna get uploaded as soon as we're done.
Share it, Woody.
Oh,
Not
cool.
everybody can be Patron. Share it.
Yeah, just get it up on YouTube, man, so
yeah,
everyone can see it. Just make it separate. You know what I'm saying? So we can search it.
That's exactly what Steve just said. He said put it on my YouTube. So it's his movie. So that's what it's gonna go. So you're gonna have to see it. You're gonna have to see it on YouTube, and the link to the charity donation for PayPal will be on the YouTube too in the description. So to people that do like it, guys, by all means, please help them out. Yeah, Steve says he's too lazy to manage the YouTube, but he's making fucking Fox fucking films and shit.
Yeah, man, more power to him. He's killing it over there. So you keep him coming, Mr. Newsman.
Yeah, we love it.
Cut Pettit a break too, man. She's a cute little Asian chick, and we'll let her live a little,
Absolutely. All right. Until tomorrow when we do the